we look very similar. But before I like to start my speech, I just want to share a few photos of Kyle and I growing up, just to paint the picture a bit. So that's me and Kyle. We can go to the next photo. That's me and Kyle again. Next photo. And as you can see, we're wearing usually the same clothes. Even if you go to the next photo. Okay, I'd like to stop here actually. As you can see in these photos, there's definitely one cuter brother. But I won't say who. I'd just like to stop at this photo. Amber, you don't have to answer, it's okay. But yes, so Kyle and I grew up basically like twins. Our parents raised us like twins. Although we were 3 years apart, we were basically raised the same way. And you know, everything I had, he had. We had all the same clothes, we shared the same basketball teams, and even the friends that he had, like Daniel, Jesh, I was friends with them also early on. And you know, even the same shows we'd watch, I was 4 years old, Kyle was 7, so he'd want to watch NBA while I'd want to watch Blue's Clues. But he wouldn't let me. That's probably why my emotional intelligence is so low. Because Kyle would just watch NBA all day. So, I know I painted a picture that seemed like Kyle and I grew up very close to one another. But the truth is, early on in our relationship, Kyle and I weren't that close. We were physically close, but to truthfully speak about it, we were actually very distant. You know, and I know Kyle's regretting having me speak on stage right now, but I must go on. So, Kyle wasn't the best brother back then. He'd get mad easily, tell me to shut up, sometimes not talk to me for days. And I remember even one time, I think it was around his birthday, when TJ and I were making some jokes really loudly, and Kyle threw a controller at me. And I think that paints a picture to what kind of relationship me and Kyle had.
Why did you throw? I would also throw a controller at them. You're annoying.
I think an indication of how I felt about Kyle was that when people would come up to me, a lot of people would come up to me or my parents and be like, "You're just like Kyle," or "You look just like Kyle." And inside me, honestly, I didn't like it. I honestly felt like, what can I do to not be like my brother at that time? But you know what? The good thing is that the story doesn't end there, right? Somewhere along the way, everything started to change. And honestly, I don't think it's a coincidence that it was when Amber came into his life. Suddenly, Kyle became different. Kyle became more patient, more mature, and somehow more gentle. Sometimes, you know, I could tell that he became all of these things because I'd walk into the room and I'd hear him baby talking with Amber. He'd tell Amber, "Amber, sleep na, Amber, rest." And in the 24 years of living with Kyle, he's never told me those things. So, I could tell there was something different with Kyle this time. And sometimes he'd get shy, he'd mute the call or leave the call right away, and he'd go to the bathroom to continue the call. But what he didn't know was that our bathroom doors are paper thin. So I could still hear everything they were talking about.
That's fun.
So, you know, somewhere between all those calls, all your dates with Amber, all those late night conversations, and growing up, Kyle became the brother I always wished I had. Thoughtful, kind, and generous. And so, I actually started looking up to Kyle. You know, over time, I started copying him in everything. Basketball, from a Cavs fan, I became a Lakers fan. Clothes, I borrow his clothes all the time. Even now, I'm wearing his underwear. Just kidding, he's wearing mine. You know, even career, I went into consulting like he did because he was my idol. I think the only thing missing is finding a girlfriend from Tacloban. So, I'll tell Auntie, if you like Kyle as a son, there's more where that came from. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding.
Hey.
But people say,
I have a
people always say,
question.
don't meet your heroes. But I honestly don't know what they're talking about. Because I lived with my hero for 24 years. And it has genuinely been one of the greatest blessings of my life. Kyle, I'm really going to miss you. I'm going to miss having you around. But, you know, when people come up to me nowadays and they say, "You're just like Kyle," or "You look just like Kyle," honestly, I'm very pleased and I'm very honored to be just like you, Kyle. Even if I'm half the person you are, I'll be very happy with that. But the truth is, people have stopped saying that to me. You know why? I recently met one of Kyle's bosses back then. I was like, "I'm Kyle's brother." And he's like, "Wow, you're nothing like Kyle." And And at first I didn't get it. I was like, nothing's changed. I'm still like Kyle. But I think what happened was that I think Kyle has found his new twin. I'd like to show the next photo. So as you can see, Kyle has found his new twin.
They look so alike, nga.
So they look very alike now, and I don't look like them. You know? And honestly, I couldn't be happier for the both of you. You two bring out the best in each other. Achi Amber, I'm so excited for you to be my Achi. Thank you for bringing out this version of Kyle, the patient, grounded, loving version of him. And from getting to know you, it's so clear he didn't just magically become like that. It's clear that he got it from you. I'm sure he learned those same qualities from you. You've shaped him in the best ways, and I'm really grateful for that. I can't wait to have double dates at your condo. Kyle, thank you for showing me what it means to be a good brother and a good man. I'm so lucky that my hero was also my roommate for 24 years. So before I give my final toast, I'd like to invite Kyle's family and Amber's immediate family to join me on stage. Both of you are who you are today because of the love, support, and prayers of the people. And it's only right that they're here with you to share this moment.
Why did you cry? Where are the tears?
So we'll have the parents of the bride and the groom, as well as Kyle and Amber, join Aaron up on stage
Why no one clap?
for this unity toast. Now for our guests, if you have a glass in front of you, wine, juice, coffee,